If you're watching this, you're probably a Redstone nerd, or you want an explanation of how my keyboard actually works. Now this is an explanation video to my MineBoard video, and this is the first time I've ever made two separate videos for the same build, so let's get started. Now if you haven't watched my MineBoard video, then go watch it now and come back to this video so you can have an explanation of how it all works. First off, I'll show you how the keyboard works if you haven't watched the video. So I'm resetting the system, so it will go to the end and then go back while this fades away. So as you can see, it's just fading away. Now if we start typing, so I'll just type out a hi. So there's H, and it will display the H up there. If we just wait a second, there we go. Now we can display an I if we just hit the I key, and then it will display an I. There we go, hi. And it doesn't just stop at one word, you can keep on writing as many words as you want until it fills up the whole thing, which will be 15, because there are 15 digits, and it can display 48 different characters. If you're interested in what all those characters are, here they are. It is 48 different characters. If you include space, it's actually just 47, but it's 48 if you include space. And hi Reddit if you came here from r/Minecraft. So now that we've seen it work, let's give an explanation of how it works. First up are the inputs, and these are way more efficient because they're all just rows instead of all clumped up. So I can actually do this very fast. I built these in like 2 hours. It was very fast. If we just go over here, which is very far because we had to go all the way over here, so it can just be a straight shot down. But for the inputs, it is very easy because we just turn them, since they are just like this, so we can turn them and they will go over here and then give a one tick to rails. And the reason why we're using rails here is because it will be way too laggy if we actually use redstone, because as you can see, I'm already very much laggy, but it would be even more laggier if I used redstone there. So if we look at the inputs here, it is a observer going to a block, going into a hopper. And I could have used a note block here, but I didn't at the time, so now they're just hoppers. And what's happening is that there's two observers getting outputs from it. This one is going into this block, which is powering this piston, and then the other one is going to this block powering this piston. When this one goes up, it will give an input to this, and when it goes back down, it will also give an input to this. So when it goes up, it will also give an input to this repeater, which will then fire a redstone torch ladder. And I need to go in spectator mode to show you, because how this works is it's just yes and no's, because a redstone dust would be a yes, and a block would be a no. So yes, no, 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 and yes. And this is 5x5 different inputs, so there are 5x5 different possibilities of pixels. Follow all the lines over here, we'll get to the display. And the display here is actually very cool that I copy and pasted over here so I could show you just one segment. Now this is the 5x5 pixel display, so one pixel is a 2x2 area, and it's just 5 pixels across, 5 down, and the rest is just there. I will have to say that this is not my design, and I will credit the original creator's design in the description. But this is a single pixel circuit, and what is going on here is that when you give an input to this torch, which on the big system, there's actually two torches here, so you would just input it straight to here, but you can add a circuit breaker circuit to this, and that was saying circuit 2 times, okay. But what that will do is it will stop any inputs from going in here, so if you try to input this line is still on, so you cannot input it. But we also need this for just space, so that's why this is here. Onto the small design, you could just basically screenshot this and build it if you wanted to, or just like slow down the video, but it's very simple to build, and again, I'll link the original creator. So when we hit this button, it will give power to this torch, which will turn it off. This will turn off, turning on this torch, which will constantly power this one so it cannot turn back on. And then it will go over here powering these two torches, unpowering these two. And if we do that, that will work, but how do we turn it back off? Because we can't input it anymore. That's what this circuit is for turning off the pixel, because it will power this torch again from the other side, unpowering that and repowering this, so this cannot repower, which is basically like a memory circuit. If we go to the system here, you can see that it's just a glass tower going up. So you have like one here, we can just hit this and it will all power off. So that's the display done, and there are 15 displays and all of them are 2 apart. And the next circuit is the indicator circuit, which is a very easy circuit to do. It's just a redstone clock and it goes all throughout the system. They're using instant repeaters here so we can have it all in sync, because I don't want it out of sync since it'll just cause more repeaters and it will look unnice if it's not in sync. What we have is a redstone clock, just 3 4-tick repeaters all delayed, and it's just powering this and unpowering this. And when there's a block here, which on the other ones there isn't a block, it'll power this glass tower going all the way over to there. Over here there is another redstone torch which is unpowering and repowering this. So this is giving constant power when it isn't on, but when the system is on and it unpowers this and repowers it, this is just flickering on and off. Then the reset circuit. So if we just follow this line, go over here, this is a very long right line, but it goes all the way to the right. And this is the reset circuit / placeholder. Now when a signal goes over here, it will go down this line, which is a very long line. It will hit this repeater, which will turn into a 2-tick pulse. And when it goes up here, it will hit this redstone torch, and this is just a manual thing. And this redstone torch will unpower all of these. And composters make it so hoppers don't do that many game ticks, I heard. I don't know, I just read up about it, so it wasn't that laggy. But anyways, when this gets unpowered, it will unpower and then repower. So the item here will go to the next hopper. And for the reset, when this goes all the way over here, it will hit this block, which is actually a 1-tick circuit, which go into here. And another thing, when this goes to the end, it will hit this, which will make the thing go. But when that 1 tick goes through here, it will go through this line, hitting this piston right here, and then this one. What that will do is this will start the clock, this will allow it to go over here, and then this one will make a pulse extender, allowing that to travel down here, hitting this redstone torch, which will unlock this hopper. So that's the reset circuit, and in here is just some diamond swords. You can just have this chest full of them. So if I just make it full of swords, it will do absolutely nothing, because we just need this to give a free pulse output. And then the next circuit is this green circuit, which if we just follow the line all the way to the first one, and we are going at max speed and yet it's still slow. At the end here, we will hit a observer, going to repeat it on 2 ticks, hitting a 1-tick circuit. That will then go through this line, and it will unlock or lock these. So when the block is like here, that means it's locked. When it's like here, it's unlocked. And if we go to the other one, as you can see, this one is locked. It's the same for all of them because they're all locked. And back to the reset circuit, when the item goes to this hopper, we saw that it will hit that 1 tick, but it will also go over here, which will then reset these because we don't want these slime blocks up anymore. So what happens is it's just a line with pistons and repeaters just going across. And then we have instant repeaters, so it's all in sync. But then there's a second line connected to this blue line, which is the reset circuit for the actual displays. This will reset the letters. So when it powers the first block, it will then send a chain powering down all of these, which when we talked about the actual display, it will unpower the memory circuits. And that is the explanation to MineBoard. And if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. If you want to see the original video of MineBoard, then go check that out on my channel. It is a super cool video, and I would appreciate it if you saw that. That's the end of the video, so get out of here.